Eventually, Bitcoin will retest and take it out. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. The question is, do we get a big pullback first, or do we just continue straight up? Look at what we just hit. I like the transparency aspect, but I did add to my short on Bitcoin above 57,000, and we'll have to watch and see. Bitcoin surging, right? We had this channel. We've now broken above this, but there's a caveat here, right? So there's a caveat on this chart of what we want to see.
In this video, Gareth will delve into his insights, elucidating how he interpreted the surging price of Bitcoin and why he singled out the $57,000 level as the pivotal resistance to monitor. Additionally, he discloses his short position on Bitcoin and the confirmation signal for a potential pullback. Join Gareth in this interview as he discusses these topics and more.
Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out daily 5-minute crypto newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
We have Bitcoin surging, right? We had this channel. We've now broken above this, but there's a caveat here, right? So there's a caveat on this chart of what we want to see. And again, what I want to look at here is whether or not this stops at the 786 Fibonacci retrace, all right? So again, let's go to the Fibonacci retrace levels here on the charts. And as we put them in, I want to show you what we have. I'm going to actually go to the weekly so we can see it a little bit better. All right, so again, the weekly fib, if we look at this, okay, look at what we just hit, right? So right up here, this is the 786 Fibonacci retrace right above 57,000. So that is our next level of resistance, right? That's our next level of resistance right here. And we'll have to watch and see. And I don't know if you guys can get the cameras a little bit more straight. There we go. That's a good view right there. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. All right, so a couple other things to look over here. So we know we have resistance right here on the chart, right? So we have this line of sight right in this area here. But again, that question is if we push through this is going to be the big one. If we get through like 57, 58,000, then you're likely headed up towards your all-time high and a retest of double top. Now, again, eventually Bitcoin will retest and take it out. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. The question is, do we get a big pullback first, or do we just continue straight up? And again, that's what we'll find out. I will say, and again, you guys know I like the transparency aspect, but I did add to my short on Bitcoin above 57,000, and again, brought my average to around 54,000 and change. So again, for all those people that somehow think I'm short from 33 or 35, again, make sure you pay attention. Got to know your levels, and you got to know the trades. Okay, so that's where I am right now, guys. Pulling back just a little bit off that level. Let's watch. I do think there's a major level here, so just keep that in mind.
Bitcoin is projected to surge to $70,000 following the next halving event in 2024, which will have the supply of new Bitcoins. At that time, the endorsement of the SDC and the escalating demand for Bitcoin are expected to act as catalysts driving its price upwards. Industry leaders enthusiastically welcome Bitcoin's bullish signals, signaling the initiation of a new bull cycle. Moreover, the liquidation of over $161 million worth of Bitcoin shorts in a single day, along with heightened interest from institutional and retail investors, further contribute to the positive momentum.
One of the things on Cardano here is you're slowly coming up towards, number one, you're still below this pivot. So again, that's a little bit concerning that Bitcoin and ETH are continuing to surge, but we're not seeing Cardano take out this recent high. Now, maybe it'll play catch up. That's always the hope with all coins. But again, at this point, you have two levels to watch. One is this high here, which is around 65 cents. And then your second level is right up here, basically around that 68, 69 cent level. So again, we'll see if it can take out. The one thing you would not want to see, guys, is you don't want to see Cardano come down here to 50 cents and get below 50 cents. That would be a big negative right here. That would be a big breakdown. Look at this trend line going from here, right, all the way across. And again, if it broke here, that would be, again, it would probably head down towards this lower area there. All right, couple of the cryptos real quick, guys, on Matic, Polygon, and like I said, every day I'll try to cover three, and well, two including Bitcoin. But on Matic, you do have a double top here. So again, we are into a little bit of resistance right up here. And again, starting to hammer on this 105, 106 level, which is double top. If we look at the bigger picture on Matic, Is there hope that if we break out, this thing could really push higher? Let me just refresh that there. And the answer is yeah. I mean, if you actually took out this 105 to 110 level, there is a secondary pivot from 2023 right up here at around 150. So there is that chance. But first and foremost, you got to get through this first level right here, right around 105 to 110 on the chart.
What's causing the drop in Cardano's price? Factors contributing to Cardano's decline include the slow progress of its smart contract platform and the increasing competition from other blockchain projects. Additionally, reports indicate a further decrease in Cardano's price, with findings revealing that 74% of ADA ecosystem coins are inactive. Cardano stands out in protocols hosting inactive coin projects, with over 74% of projects within its ecosystem classified as inactive due to reasons such as low liquidity, deleted or inactive accounts, among others.
Gold is upticking just a little bit today, not a whole lot of price action here. But again, we're still, to me, it looks like we're making a bullish consolidation pattern. So again, we draw a trend line there, we draw a trend line right there, generally parallel from this move up. We draw a little thing right here, we put some stars in here, and we do some lines. There's your flag right there, right? So that's your classic bullish consolidation flag pattern. We need to break above here, and then really this is your zone, right? If you go back all the way back till 2020, this line in the sand at around 2075 has been there for a really, really long time. And it's honestly, even when we pierced it here, it was a quick pierce and it got rejected, closed above, never confirmed, and it continues to kind of consolidate. My guess, again, my 2 cents on this, is that when the markets falter and then we actually get a stock market pullback, money will put, even if it's not a lot of money into gold, it'll be enough to push it up above this level, which will then cascade the momentum trade to turn over to gold. Like once you break out and confirm above here, the momentum players, again, under-allocated for retail and even institutional investors. The only players that are decently allocated, by the way, central banks. They continue to buy billions and billions in gold over and over again.
Gold remains subdued as traders brace for U.S. inflation data. Gold prices were slightly lower on Monday as the U.S. dollar gained strength, although tensions in the Middle East provided support, keeping the precious metal near its recent highs. Traders are eagerly awaiting U.S. inflation data and comments from Federal Reserve officials this week, which could sway the outlook for gold. The metal held steady as investors eyed the inflation data. Prices edged higher on Tuesday amid lackluster movements in the U.S. dollar and Treasury yields, with investors eagerly awaiting key inflation readings and comments from Fed officials. Gold stands to benefit from increasing inflation expectations, low real yields, and ongoing uncertainties surrounding the coronavirus variant and global recovery. Investors are advised to diversify their portfolios with gold, considering physical gold or gold ETFs, and exploring undervalued gold mining stocks for potentially high returns.
For more daily dose crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.